Hey people, what's good? It's man like Jamo. So this is supposed to be the world's best 240 watt desktop charging station from a company I ain't ever really heard of. They're called AOHi, AOHi. I'll put the name on the side of the screen so you guys can see what's going on anyway. But yeah, man, let's see what this thing is saying and whether it compares to my current Anchor setup. Yes, people, what's good? This man like Jamo. Now, just a quick disclaimer, the company did send this out to me literally for review purposes, and I do get to keep it after this review, but they don't get to see this review before it goes out, so all opinions are my own, as they always are. Let's get into this thing, starting off with the specs. Now, I'll put the specs in the corner of the screen there for you guys to quickly but just to give you some stuff that stands out to me, 280 watts total output is the most wattage I've seen on one of these desktop USB charging stations. They're also saying 240 watts single port charging on one of the individual USB-C ports, which is going to be good because as far as I can see right now, most of my laptops go up to 140 watts max. So we should be able to get better and bigger gaming laptops powered off of USB-C alone directly from this charging station, which would be good. But anyway, yeah, I'll let you guys look at all the rest of the specs there. Let's get into this thing. Now, as you can see, we got a one button set up on the side, which basically lets you scroll through the different charging modes. So you can see how much is currently charging at the moment. You can see which specific ports are charging which specific devices, and how much, is charging on each port kind of thing. You've got like charging, what is this now? Temperature, all that kind of stuff going on here. And you got a little option here. So if you double tap, you go into an option, as you can see here, kind of thing, innit? And you've got options for charging scenario selection and options for digital display selection kind of thing. So if you double tap into that, you got the different displays. You can go, you got two here. But if you use the app, apparently you're supposed to get a lot more. But yeah, double tap to lock in your selection, double tap again, and you're back to the main screen where you gotta press tap to get through to everything kind of thing. You see what I'm saying, innit? So you've got limited kind of options just by using the single button that's on the device itself. As you can see here, you've got charging scenario selection. Obviously, you've got turbo mode, you've got smart mode, and you've just got standby mode. Yeah, just double tap to lock it in. Again, you get a little charging mode, turbo mode, little animation there, and yeah, you're pretty much good to go. Now, I don't really know what I'm going for the application, but for some reason, it's just not working. In fact, it's finding that I've got the device in the room. But when I click into the actual device on the app and I connect it to one of my Wi-Fi's, that's where the issue lies from. It's not connecting to my Wi-Fi routers. I thought it was a 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz thing. So I set my other phone up to 2.4 gigahertz, tried to connect the device to it, still wasn't working. No matter what router I connect this thing to, it doesn't seem to work. And I've got a few routers. I've tried this router from Acer, I've tried this router from D-Link, and as I said already, I've tried my other smartphone in hotspot mode. None of them have worked, so I'm gonna have to assume that this thing is just not working with the Wi-Fi, which is unfortunate because I don't feel like I can change the actual time display without connecting it to the app, and it needs Wi-Fi to connect to the app. Now, although we can't get the app working, the performance seems to be on point, fam. I've got 4 things plugged in at the moment via USB-C to C cables. That is my Honor 8 Magic Pro or my Honor Magic 8 Pro smartphone. We got the Nintendo Switch 2 plugged in there. We got the iPhone 17 Pro, and we've got the HP Omen 14 gaming laptop, which needs a 140 watt power supply itself. And as you can see here, when man clicks the little button on the sides, you can see what power we're getting on what ports there, fam. So we're getting 122 watts for the laptop at the moment. We're getting a nice 30 watts for the Honor Magic 8 Pro smartphone. We're getting 15 watts for the Nintendo Switch 2, and we're getting 7 watts at the moment for the iPhone 17 Pro, but I believe that's because it's nearly fully charged. Yeah, as you can see there, it's got quite a full charge in it. Fam, that's the performance I'm looking for when I'm talking about a desktop charger, fam. I want everything to be charged up mad fast and even have enough power to play a gaming laptop whilst it's charging with that device. Now, I don't even need to carry my gaming laptop charger when I've got this thing, fam. Like, I don't even know where my gaming laptop charger is. I just be using this thing on a casual thing, charges my devices and my laptop and allows me to play games at that high, power usage that the graphics cards needs on this HP Omen 14 gaming laptop thing. So yeah, performance wise, definitely doing what it needs to do. Just a shame that it's not working with the application. Now, just to compare it quickly, this is my go-to desktop charger. It's from the guys at Anker. It's also got 4 ports on the front and 2 USB-A ports on the sides. And it's also got a dial on the side, so it's a little bit easier to go through those menu options on the device itself. Doesn't give me any issues when I try and connect it to Wi-Fi via the Anker app. But obviously it's got a lower power outage rating of 200 watts, I believe. So 80 watts less than what I'm getting on the AOHi thing, or however you pronounce the name of this thing. So yeah, and you get 240 watts maximum output of one port. Whereas with this thing, I think you get 140 watts maximum output. So lower output, but you do get app controls and everything seems to work, and a better kind of dial to go through the menus. Whereas with this thing, you get that higher USB-C single port outage, whatever you want to call it. But the app seems to be having an issue at the moment, and you've only got that little button there to go through the options on the device itself. But for anyone looking for a decent desktop charger that's going to fast charge all your peripherals that you're connecting, I'd say this is definitely a good product to go for. It's just, if you want all the smart features, you're going to be looking at your products charging on your smartphone, you want the clock to work on the device itself and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, you're going to want to have a look at something else where the application is actually working. But if you don't really care about all that and you just want the fastest charging speeds you can get on a multi-charging device, then yeah, this is definitely something you can go for. But yes, people, them, hope that content helped. If it did, make sure you consider leaving a like, a comment, and hitting that notification bell for the next content drop. Big shout to the guys at AOHi for sending it down in the first place, just for review purposes. Hope you get your app sorted. I'll catch you guys in the next one.